So we are going to be in your note packet today. We'll start on page 11 of your note packet. And then it is only a 2-mod day, so I don't know if we'll have time to work / stamp homework with a few.
There is no 11.
There's no page 11?
No. It skips.
Oh, it skips, then it's page 12, yeah. It is the one labeled page 12. Yeah. Okay. I remind you that we will have another quiz on Friday also. Okay. All right. So let's do a little retrieval action. So the first two, they want you to solve those for y. Put them in y equals mx plus b form, so get y by itself. 3 and 4, get them in standard form. And number 5, solve by substitution. Okay. I'll give you 4 minutes. So if I want to solve this first one for y, I'm going to add 6x to both sides. Then that's going to give me 2y equals 6x plus 12. Then I'm going to divide everywhere by 2. And that's going to give me y equals 3x plus 6. Agree with me on that? Okay. Over here on this one, I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. That's going to give me negative 5y equals negative 3x plus 20. Then I'm going to divide by negative 5 in all 3 spots. So I'm going to get y equals negative divided by negative is positive. 3/5 x minus 4. Right. Oops. Oh. Rewrite the given equations so that they are in standard form. Ax plus by equals c. So that means I need to get x and y on the same side. So if I subtract 4x from both sides, then I get negative 4x plus y equals 7. Okay? We would accept that as an answer, okay, because x and y, right now we're really just worried about x and y being on the same side. Okay? Okay? Truly, though, we would want 4x minus y equals negative 7. Because in true standard form, there's no fractions, no decimals, and that a value, your x coefficient, is positive. Okay? So that would be the true one, but we would accept either one of those. Here on this one, add 2/3 x to both sides. So then that would give us 2/3 x plus y equals 4. I would accept that, but I would really like it if you multiplied everything by 3 to clear that fraction. And so I would really like 2x plus 3y equals 12. Okay? But I will accept 2/3 x plus y equals 4. Okay? Love it. And then the last one, solve the system by substitution. Luckily, they're already both solved for y. So that means then I can say that 23x minus 30 equals 27x plus 6. I can take this and I can put it in for y. Then solving this, I would add 30. That would give me 23x equals 27x plus 36. Then subtract off 27x. That would give me negative 4x equals 36. Divide by negative 4. That would give me x is negative 9. So then if x is negative 9, I can plug that in to y equals 27 times negative 9 plus 6. 27 times negative 9 is 243, negative 243. Plus 6 is negative 237. Negative 9 times 23, that would be 3, carry the 6, that'd be 20, yep, 260, yep, yep. Yep, is that what you guys all got? Everybody else, yes? Okay, so then the solution would be negative 207 minus 30 is negative 237. Yep. You get burned. Alrighty. So, next page has on it more in depth with Carlos and Clarita. Carlos and Clarita have been worried about space and startup costs for their pet sitting business, but they realized they also have a limit on the amount of time they have for taking care of the animals that they board. To keep things fair, they have agreed on the following time constraints. Okay? Carlos and Clarita estimate that the cats will require 6 minutes twice a day, morning and evening, to feed and clean their litter boxes for a total of 12 minutes per day for each cat. So it's going to take them 12 minutes a day for each cat to take care of them. Okay? It's not just that they get to, we've worked on space and we've worked on cost. Now we got to work on actually got to take care of these animals. Okay? Dogs will require 10 minutes twice a day to feed and walk for a total of 20 minutes per day per dog. Carlos can spend up to 8 hours each day for the morning and evening feedings, but needs the middle of the day off for baseball practice and games. The twins plan to spend 16 minutes a day brushing and petting each cat and 20 minutes a day bathing or playing with each dog. Clarita needs time off in the morning for swim team and evening for her art class, but she can spend up to 8 hours during the middle of the day to pamper and play with the pets. Okay? There's one big thing that's kind of we got to fix before we can go on. Does anybody see it? What about the 8 hours? To get the minutes, right? Because they were talking about each cat and each dog in minutes in the problem, but then they were talking about themselves in terms of hours. So 8 hours is how many minutes? No? Close. 480 minutes. Yep. Okay? Because it's times 60. Okay? 8 times 6 is 48. Throw it on the 0 for the 60. Okay? So, the feeding constraint. Okay? So, do we want to go with X and Y still, or do we want to go with C and D? C and D? Does it matter? No. Okay, but you want to go C and D? All right, that's fine. So the feeding constraint. So looking up here at this one right here. Okay? So what would the inequality be for that one? because it's going to be an inequality because it said up to 8 hours. Okay, what's the something that goes in front of the C? How many minutes per cat? How many? Read the problem. How many minutes per cat? 12 minutes per cat. Okay, so that's going to be 12C. Then what? Plus or minus or times or divide. Plus 20D. Nope, less than or equal to 480, right? What? Oh, less than or equal to is the way to say it. Okay. Agree with me on that one. Okay. Let's come up with a pampering time. One. What would the pampering time inequality be? I know you can't. I don't want you to. Go ahead, Q.
16C plus 20D equals 4J. Or not equals, but like sign.
Which sign? What is that sign?
Less than or equal to?
Less than or equal to
480.
480. Okay. Everybody agree with that one? 16 minutes per cat, 20 minutes per dog, but Clarita only has 8 hours total. Okay? All right. Now, what it's saying down here then is it's saying that they want us to graph those on here. Okay? So let me ask you this question. Does it, if we set up a grid, if we set up our Cartesian coordinate system, our X and Y axes, do we need to have negative values on either one? Why not? Because we're not going to board negative cats. We're not going to board negative dogs, right? Okay? So we can set up here right on the edge, okay, on both of those. We only need that upper right-hand first quadrant because we don't have negative dogs or negative cats. So we can set up like that. Okay? So we said cats was C, we labeled that first. So let's put cats along the bottom. And we'll put dogs along the vertical. How do we want to graph them? Do we want to graph them by getting it in y equals mx plus b form? Or do we want to get the intercept, or the x and the y intercepts? Intercepts? Okay, all right. So if I'm dealing with this first one in intercepts, then I would go 12c equals 480. So c would be how much? 8? 4D, right? Because 12 goes into 48 4 times. Add the 0 is 4D. So we have a intercept there of 40 cats. Okay? Which I think this is a 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yep, so that would be way down there. So we're going to go by twos. 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay. Then to keep it the same, we'll go by twos on the vertical. If I'm going by intercept method, then 20D would equal 48. So D would be how much? How many dogs could she take care of? 24 without any? Yep, 24. So that would be right there. What kind of a line, solid or dashed, am I going to connect those 2 points with? Solid one, yep, exactly. So using something straight, we're going to connect those with a solid line. Now, thinking about this, which side of the line would I want to shade? The top right or the lower left? Below it? Okay, so we should test a point somewhere down in here to make sure that it works, right? So if I test, let's go easy. Let's go 10, 10, 10. Right? And that should make a true statement. 12 times 10 is how much? 120. 20 times 10 is how much? 200. 120 plus 200 is 320. Is 320 less than or equal to 480? Yes, it is. So that means that we would shade that side. Okay. For dogs, it should be the same, yep, because they're both 20. Yep. Yep. So we've already got the dog intercept of 24 up here. Is that what you're saying? You know what you're telling me? Yep. Oops, I got to label these. Okay, what's my cat intercept then on this one? $30. Solid or dashed line there. Solid. Didn't go through 10 comma 10 again, so let's do that. So then we've got, oops, I should pick, too late. So 16 times 10 plus 20 times 10. 16 times 10. 160. 20 times 10. 200 plus 160. 360. Is that less than or equal to 480? Yep, so we're going to shade that side of the line. Okay. Now, find the point of intersection for the two time constraints, pampering time and feeding time. Well, why didn't they just have us put it on one graph then? Well, that was just dumb. Yeah. Okay. So let me put I'll put it in hot pink. on this one. So that one went through 20. Oh, that one's an easy one. 0 24. We already talked about that one, yep. Because it was here and then it was to 40. Because it was that one. That's the other one. Okay? So 0, 24 is the point of intersection. Still, I don't like that they made us do it on 2 different graphs. What does, in the context of this problem, what does the point 0, 24 mean? Nope.
If there's 0 cats, then it'll take 24 dogs to be equal or less than 480.
Okay. The point 0, 24 in this scenario means 0 cats and, excuse me, 0, I put that wrong. I wrote that wrong. Means 0 cats and 24 dogs. Okay? So if they have 0 cats and 24 dogs, then that is where they would each have the same amount of time, or their time constraints would be the same. Okay? Agree? Love it. Tonight on your homework, you're going to be doing some more of that. So the first 3 on your homework tonight are put it in y equals mx plus b form. Then the next 6 are put it in standard form. Then there are 2 writing an equation and graphing that equation and shading and all that fun stuff problems, 10 and 11. And then 12 through 17 are solving using substitution. So everything that we just did today. Okay? Good times.